go back down and finish the other side off, and we'll be all good, theoretically. Then again, it is me doing this.
Well, for what it's worth, I had a tap on the glass of the truck driver. He sort of woke up, panicked, dropped his phone, and got a wriggle on. So he's on his way to the supermarket now. And I've got the couple of guys bringing the harvesters back to the booth for the moment. I was going to duck outside for a 5.
Alrighty, you do that. I've got it covered. Actually, when you come back, I'll probably need a quick bio break as well. Apparently, nature's calling, and I'm sure I had my phone on my number unlisted, but yeah. Alright, we'll start you from here. This time we need to set that on and that on. We apply. Right mouse click to get the double going. And that's not how I want you set up, but we'll sort that out in a second. And I'll redo this, make the corner, and then stop here, and hopefully it'll catch up to, well, that'll do. That's fine by me, actually. I'm not worried about that. Let's reverse back up a bit. And just fix this little bit here. It's not the one I actually want it to go to. Where are you, actually? You're not the one I want. And did that get rid of it? No, I got to titty around with that. That gets rid of it. I want you to join to that one, and we'll bubble that up. That's fantastic. Right, and I'll just do the the road join down here, and then send them off to make sure it'll all reach here. Just from down here anyway. And then we can set him up to do his job. The things I've got to do for me workers though. Now what we've got to do with you, Sunshine, is good question. Ooh. Right, how am I going to do this? I need one that goes back. You know what, I could do it like this. Possibly. We'll find out in a second. We make this all a double. A two-way course. And then join you up with, oh, this could be interesting. Join you up with you. You should be alright. You also need the option to go to there, so you can get to here and then you can go off there in that direction straight. You can come down here and join that direction, so that's out that way, in from this way, in from this way, out to that way. It's done. There's Fiat 74. We'll just do a U-turn. Hey, you turn. You don't turn then. See if I care. You're not making it easier for me. Not at all, are you? There we go. Thank goodness for no collision. Let's see how he does. Well, he says he can't. He doesn't say he can't make it. Apparently he can't make it. He's gone completely all the way past. Why is that? Lucky I checked that out, eh? Have I got the wrong... No. Whoa! Keep rolling, keep rolling. Oh, yeah. And then... tragedy struck. Right, call the tow truck. I definitely wasn't expecting that, I can tell you that much. Obviously that's clear that I wasn't expecting that. Do I have to... Apparently I do. Let's go upside down again. Unattach. Right. You get up on your feet. Oh, I did have hold of it, did I? Okay, you try and... Why aren't you? Right. Apparently you're heavy. Too heavy. See if we can't tip it back over. No, it doesn't want to. It's just been a pain in the backside. Let's get a good run up. No, alright. Hey, why don't we try this? We might end up in the same position, but that might just work. Let's see what happens. Pain in the backside. Let's flatten you out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, forward. Nice. Well, that's a start. Nothing to see here, Patrio, at all.
It's just you reverted the tractors back to American standard, did you?
Oh, for crying out loud, John Deere strikes again. At least it's not on fire. Makes a nice change. Come on. Oh, you just don't want to do it, do you? Can you just jump over here for a sec? Jump into the tractor if you wouldn't mind. Pick it up. Come on, you can pick it up. Surely you can pick it up. If I can lift it up and you can get the nose under it, you might be able to tip it over with a bit of luck. You're not going to figure out why it didn't manage to get to field 74 from that direction when I'm sure it did it. Oh.
Well, the other option is drop it on the roof and then jump up there and see if you can prop it up. Bit more leverage.
No, it doesn't want to do it. See, when it was...
Or can we roll it to the left so it flips over that way?
Possibly. It's just a pain in the butt. It wouldn't do it with it folded up. No, there's a problem. Surely we could... No, wrong way. No, this is... You're a right pain in the backside, John Deere.
Hang on, let's see if I can Doctor Strange it.
I'll leave it with you for the moment while I have a quick bio bake. I'll be right back. I was thinking that, folding it back up and then trying it again. It's near impossible to do it in that position. That's what I was trying, the reason why I unfolded in the first place, but I was thinking, if we detach that, flick this back over and try what the original plan was of lift it up. Oh. It's still attached, is it? Okay, I thought it was unattached. Oh, I thought it was a... yeah, you know what I mean. We're not using superhuman strength, we're using a crane that it's just at a camera view. Right, and now if you lift one side up, I might be able to drive under it this time and we might be able to get a bit of more leverage to flip it over, because it's just that once we can get it on the side. Is it not letting you?
I'm sort of grabbing it at the moment, it jiggles, it drops it out of my hands.
Oh, so close. Hang on. Alright. Get the balance right. Oh, get under that.
I was just going to try and grab it and drag it to the right.
It might tip you over, that's the only thing. If you just drive under, then you might be able to push it over. With a bit of luck. Where's the Benny Hill music? There we go. Thank you, sir. Right, so things may not be as stable as they appear when you take a corner with them attached to your tractor. Right, so where were we? Well, we were upside down, but before that, take it real easy and figure out why that didn't turn. I know why it didn't turn, because I didn't actually connect that last bit up, did I? At least it gave me time to think about what I'd done, because these two are joined. Hence the reason why that didn't work. It should work now. I'm making the assumption I'm not going to test it. I want to get this going, because we're at 5 times speed and we're losing daylight. Actually, I'll chuck it down to 1 time speed to give us and make up for the amount of time we've just lost. Actually, I do need to make sure it can make it. I need to know exactly where I put the waypoint to set up for the course. Now where you going? No. You're getting on my nerves is what you're just doing. Fine. You know what? Just do this, buddy. Just click on there. You can see where it is. There it is. Right. So now I can just set it up a little further up here. Away from the waypoint. And turn that off and put that on. We can generate a course 74 4, everything's all good, same again except for that for some reason. Always got to do that these days. Recalculate, reverse it a bit, save it to field 74, allow. This is an instructional workbook for our workers, so they know what to do later on when we actually take the training wheels off and let them go on their own. Right, back to where we were. We were dropping that off. And there's still a bit of onion in here apparently. see if we can't remedy that and figure out which is which here. I'm guessing this is white cabbage, because I would have gone orange with carrot, would I? If there was a carrot. Yeah, so that's cabbage. So we need to buy another one of these, I think. Well, I might as well buy the last two and then pick one. Carrot, cabbage. Uh-oh. Down to you, yep. And main colour would be white this time. The class white, plain or white? Which white did I use? We'll just go with class white. As long as it's a type of white, I'm sure we'll know what we want. And we shall buy that for 104,000. And then we'll go back and get the red cabbage. There we go. We'll leave you as that with the purple design. I don't know. It doesn't seem to do anything putting the purple on there. I can't see purple anywhere, but whatever. Same thing again, down to 12k and buy that. So we've got one of each. I just got to pick a contract now. Well, the money's slowly dropping, isn't it? And when I mean slowly, rather rapidly is what I really mean. Well, that harvesting is completed for 10 grand. All that work for 10,000. Right, next one up is the barley. White cabbage. White cabbage field 22. Oh. And just to be on the safe side, actually. What did I say? Field 22?
Pretty sure, yeah.
It's up to you whether you go to field 22 or not. Shouldn't have added the not. I was doing it for a rhyme, and what did I do? I go put the not at the end of it, which doesn't rhyme with 22, does it? Maybe in another language, maybe 22 and not have a similar sound in a different language. But not English. Why? Because apparently we like to be complicated. And use all the letters in the alphabet as many times as possible.
Especially when we do fun things like use the same letters in the alphabet to mean different things, like through and cough.
Yeah, things like sounds similar like throw and though. You can stop. You're now going to field 22. And field 22. You can also go in the supermarket. Well, that's handy, isn't it? So we've got another one on field 72, which is right next to 74. You want to go do that one. You just need to turn around and take the next left. And I'll send the other truck over to you. That one will be
So
going.
white.
Hey?
Oh, yeah, it's white cabbage. Sorry, I just make sure the fruit top's correct.
Yeah. White cabbage, white cabbage. Set contract. It'll be going to the restaurant. No, I need to go the other way. The other way's closer to the other truck. Here we go. So, to the restaurant, I said, not supermarket, restaurant. From, no, actually, restaurant is where you want it to go. You want to start from field 72. Yeah, so let's the other way. Yeah, I know it's coming to summertime now because every summertime I have one fly in my house. And it circles the same spot all the time, just around me. And I find it rather insulting. It doesn't matter, even if I've just come out of the shower, it'll be there. So I'll fly spray it, and then another one. It's like they're on shifts or something. And the only time I get more than one fly in this house is the day I clean. You heard me right. I clean my house, more flies turn up. The dirtier I keep it, the less flies there is. Problem is I can't stand a dirty house, so I've got to clean it. Actually, we might change those trucks to 50%. Because two of these were full. Actually, two of these will fill it right up. They're 60,000 litre capacity. They'll hold 120,000 litres, so I suppose it really doesn't matter.
Well, there's a generic question. Obviously, using the offset trick for courseplay, you can get 2, 3, or 4 vehicles accounted for per course, and then set which one does which lane. Does it have a maximum?
You're confusing me now.
Okay, so say you want to do a cultivation for a large field, and you can say set it for 2 vehicles, and you say vehicle 1 is track 1, vehicle 2 is track 2, and they go opposite sides of the line to get
right.
from coverage.
Yeah, I don't know. Because the most I've ever used is 6. But I'm sort of slightly remembering a Duxbury video, recent farming sim video of his, where he was talking about something being only a maximum of 10, but they've now increased that. So that's possibly what he was talking about, I think, or maybe convoy mode. I can't remember. But I think that might be it. suppose there's a way you can go in the course generation and keep clicking until it stops.
Yeah, I suppose for a joke idea of something like a 4x map, you know, flat and square so it's easier to manoeuvre around, and just set off a bunch of little light class tractors with all 3-metre cultivators at the same time, see how many you can get going. Just for giggles.
Well, if they've got like a huge amount, I think the issue won't be how many you can set off. It'll be whether or not your PC will be able to handle it. All those calculations going on at once.
Well, suppose not to mention the fact to be spending at least a good 10 minutes getting it set up and, you know, flipping all the switches and turning all the dials.
Mm.
It's obviously not as effective as doing something like, you know, breaking out a big bud with a, what do you call it, 30-metre header or something like that, but just more for, you know, less about whether we should and more about whether we could. Well, we being testing, just like mucking around. I'll have to add that to my file of things I have to check out in my own time.
Yeah, we're setting up 6 cotton harvesters on Western Australia. Yeah, I mean, it's setting the course up obviously is easy. You just tell it you want 6 of them, but setting them up to, which is going left, 1 left, 2 left, 1 right, right, 2 right, and then trying to get them not to crash into each other. That was the trick. But then again, that was back when I don't think the convy mode worked that well for me. And it's really unclear for me, the convy mode isn't to which one it's doing. Whether you set all of them to convy mode, or do you set the ones that you want to use the convy mode to so they don't crash into the next one. But like I said, I tried a couple of options. And when you did have a horseplay like the front one, if you get them to follow the front one and you for some reason have to stop it and set it up because it got confused or stuck or something, then it moved to the next one, I think. So the one that was behind it, if you went away, would undertake it, obviously, because the inside ones were always doing less distance, especially on the headlands. Well, mainly on the headlands anyway. You can set it up so when they go down rows, so you got all beside each other, and you say the very far left one gets the end of its row, you can set it up so it will turn and go to the furthest one away or the closest one to. You can set in which one row it will go to back down. But I think, I don't know, I've never tried that. I've thought about it because, say if you're going north to south on a row and it gets to the end and then it turns around and its course is right next to its next row is for going, say, back up north, is right next to the one that went down on south. It'll just turn around and go down there. The other setting, you could set it so it'd go the furthest one over to go back north, but I don't know if it'll keep doing that or whether or not it'll do the same. It'll go to when it go to that, it'll go to the next one closest, or it'll keep going to the furthest one away. I assume it go to the furthest one away because otherwise it's rather pointless. It's doing the exact same thing but opposite rows, you know, or directions. I'll tell you what, buddy, unless you're going to start paying rent, we'll be having a word with the fly spray, and you guys can have a meeting and he can suss it out, and he tends to win all the time. Get off my screen. Where's me nice smelling fly spray? I got this fly spray that's pretty good, and it smells amazing. It reminds me of my childhood because we used to have an ice block called a Fruju Orange, which is an orange flavoured ice block, a very, very nice orange flavoured ice block. And my fly spray smells the way exactly the same as the taste of that ice block.
One that made me laugh a few weeks back was picked up a orange Gatorade from the servo. As usual, they do little trinkets or bonuses for the drinks from the servo. So it's like, oh, here's a Gatorade themed orange scented air freshener. I'm like, oh, that's novel. We'll just throw it up in the car because that's a chuckle. Take the car to work. Sits outside all day, so it gets pretty warm in there. Knock off work. Crack open the door, and it literally just smells like a drink exploded on the inside of my car. Which is fine because I actually quite like the smell.
Does it also sort of blow bubbles as well while it's working?
Gatorade being a sports water, so it's inert.
Oh yeah,
that's just
yeah.
No, it's just the fact that the air freshener made the car smell like it was a drink had exploded. Just like a real sweet orange citrus sort of smell. I'm like, yeah, I like this. Doesn't last very long though. Same as the old, Christmas pine tree, whatever, centuries.
I think eventually you get used to them. So the smell's not as strong.
Yeah, I think it'd be the same as the old bubblegum problem. And as you're saying, you just get used to the scent that you don't notice it until someone else jumps in your car and goes, oh, you got a new car scent, or Black Forest, or whatever the other 1001 Christmas trees you can get.
Pine's the only Christmas tree, isn't it? I thought. I don't see anyone down here anyway.
Yeah, pine tree, pine century is what you want to call them.
Light to Bloom 13. Hopefully I said your name right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the community. The small community. Hopefully it will be growing. Hope you're enjoying your weekend, unless you're in the southern hemisphere. Hope your Monday's treating you well. What I'll do is, in 15 minutes when I go off to make my coffee and come back, hopefully I'll remember this, I'll put the speed back up to 5 times.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling the fill rate on the onions might just be because they're such a smaller physical crop, because these cabbages are filling up that, well, it seems like they're filling them up quicker.
Does they? Then again, it could be the fertilise rate, perhaps, but it makes sense if they would, because they are larger than the onions, even though the onions look like carrots to me when I was on the field.